Michigan, and welcome to 8 West. I hope that you're ready with your red outfits today because we are matching.
It's the theme. It's the theme. I said, I thought you were wearing dark pink today. It's supposed to be red.
You know, the different backgrounds and the different sets we use give us a little bit of a different hue when it comes to our sweaters.
Now, I've got to say, I actually call this color fire because it's not quite red, but it's got that dark orange to it. So
fantastic.
You're wearing red. I'm wearing the color fire.
And of course, we're here, so Matt Kirkwood's in the tracking center. We're going to have to see if he's wearing a red tie today. I forgot to even notice.
I didn't even look.
We'll check it out later. Well, it's interesting because, you know, we had a few rain showers in the area this morning. Something kind of odd, you know, we are weather geeks. We freely admit that. And low pressure center that's causing the rain in the East Coast is retrograding in the atmosphere, backing up.
Going backwards, moving the wrong way.
Exactly. So I love it when I could use that word. But kind of an interesting phenomenon in our skies yesterday morning that a lot of folks were able to capture with a digital camera.
That's right. When I saw the first pictures of this coming in, I was kind of jumping up and down like a kid in a candy store.
This is not Photoshop. We should let everybody know. This is actually what we call a wave cloud.
And it certainly looks like a wave. And Terry's going to give us the meteorological explanation for this one.
Well, you know,
it looks cool.
Yeah, they occur. They just produce the appearance of waves, and they can be clouds at different layers in the atmosphere, and overall with the air circulation around and creating the appearance. And we had a couple of viewers send us pictures, and then our former chief meteorologist also sent us a digital picture. He's
actually the one that tipped me off to it yesterday. I got an email about 10 o'clock from him, and he was like, look at this, I've never seen these in West Michigan before, and they're rare here because a lot of times you need the topography. So you see them a lot over maybe the Appalachian Mountains or over the Rocky Mountains. Much less common in our part of the world, in fact. I've never seen them.
Never seen them, actually. Yeah, and a lot of people had that same reaction. And so, you know, I know there's the texting. You're not allowed to text while you're driving, but it really looked to me like a lot of people were taking pictures when they were driving. Is that covered by the same law?
I don't know, but I guess I've never looked into it because I'm not talented enough to do that. I don't even attempt. So, plus I don't have one of those fancy iPhones or anything. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, neither do I. Well, it's interesting because speaking of taking pictures while you're driving, on my way into work, you know, I go into work super early in the morning. There are some of the ArtPrize exhibits that look so cool early in the morning. Sometimes I'm tempted to pull my car over to the side of the road and take pictures of them. Just how they look when it's super quiet in the still early morning hours. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
And sometimes it's neat because there'll be just the normal lights in maybe a parking lot or the street lights, and they just reflect off of those pieces a little differently, even different than maybe the artist intended, but sometimes gives you a different perspective on them.
Especially a little rain this morning because you get the reflection too of the water. Fantastic. Well, you had a big night last night. I'm happy that you're here.
I did. You know, I kind of make it a point to have ladies' night once a week or something. So last night we decided to try something new. Of course, Reserve opened last week and kind of coincided with the ArtPrize thing. So we said we just have to try this out. So took a couple of pictures, 2 floors, great atmosphere on the bottom floor. That's where we were. But we went to the top, of course, after we were done eating because we wanted to get a lay of the land from the top. They have an outdoor deck. They have a nice little lounge area, a little area that I guess would be quieter if you were going for a full-out meal. But this is from the balcony at the top of the staircase, looking at you can see on the top of the picture that's actually that open water from ArtPrize last year, Rand Ortner, and then all those wines on tap.
Isn't that
Never
wild?
seen a wine on tap before. Here's me and the ladies, and everyone kind of decided to do something a little bit different. Some people were munching a little bit, and then, of course, glasses of wine. And they have wine flights, which is interesting. And a wine flight is basically samples. So instead of getting a glass of the same wine, you can get 3 small tastes of different wines that equal a glass. So, you know, we're all kind of like red wine people. So Jody and Marie, those are the 2 ladies there sharing a wine flight.
That's really great. You know, I never thought about that. I have never gone on a wine tasting, and it sounds like you can do that at Reserve just with even a very small group of people.
You can. And here's the thing. They have 102 wines by the glass. It's a little bit abstract. You think about 102 wines by the glass, and you look at this wall of everything, that stuff, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something for everybody.
Well, and it's interesting that picture of the winner from last year's Art Prize, as they were creating the restaurant, and of course Dick and Betsy DeVos, they had purchased the first winner of Art Prize. They said it was just kind of one of those amazing things that it fit perfectly in the space right above where they have all the bottles of wine displayed.
Yep, and it just adds to the ambiance of the building. Very nice. And it's the first thing you see if you walk in and you look forward. Hey, that's the Art Prize from last year.
How about that? Yeah.
So and I should mention too, the service was amazing. So
great.
Well, try it out.
Did you need a reservation?
You don't need reservations.
How about that?
No,
just
and
walk right in.
We were there about 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, and it was busy, but it wasn't too busy.
Sounds great. A great extra air of excitement for Art Prize this year. You know, so many of those restaurants that are really doing great business, and all the other different businesses in downtown Grand Rapids and around the metro area.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Of course, with this,